in my face in front of people, then you got the nerve to come in here and fucking hide.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Fiction TV. So today we're going to talk about a requested show that someone requested me to review a while ago, but I'm sort of kind of late. But today we're going to review the show Grandarmy. It is a 2020 drama. It's a Netflix show and it is only one season. The plot stars 5 students at the largest public high school in Brooklyn. They take on a chaotic world as they fight to succeed, survive, break free, and seize the future. The creator is Katie Cappiello. The cast, whose names I'm going to butcher, is Odessa A. Zion as Joey Del Marco, Amalia Yo as Layla Kwan Zim, Adley Jean as Dominique, Brian Altimus as Luke, Amira Bajiria as Sid, Malik Johnson as Jason, and Thelonious Serrell as Tim, plus more. This video is brought to you by my self-published book, Rain. It is a psychological thriller about a group of young adults in a psych ward who get this new counselor that's trying to understand their mental illnesses and trying to understand them. But then the counselor shortly learns that these kids might not be crazy and that this place is actually making them crazy, all the while trying to figure out what's going on with him and his psychological demons and his problems. If you would like more information about this book, be sure to hit the link in the description box below. Supporting me and buying these books actually helps me to run this channel, so be sure to check that out, and let's start the video. So I did enjoy watching this show. I did like it from beginning till end, and the bomb that was set off in the beginning of the show kind of set the tone for the entire season. The bomb going off was kind of like the putting all the characters on edge. After that, everything just starts to spiral out of control. Joey Del Marco. Joey is outspoken, she's a feminist, and she just quite frankly don't give a flying at all about anything. What I love about her character is that if she felt something, if she knew that something wasn't right, she stood up for it and she went out and she fought for it. Spoiler alert, when her friend was in the bathroom and that like tampon stuck inside her, she helped her get it out. When it was the whole free the nipple movement, she was like the leader of the whole entire movement. It was terrible that we had to watch such a traumatic and intense and horrifying moment that she had to experience, and something that she had to carry with her, not just as a moment, but her entire life, for the rest of her life, throughout the rest of the seasons. And it was I hated that we had to see that in her character, that she was raped by her friends, and it's really messed up that these people were supposed to be her friends. And Tim, I had so much like faith in Tim in the beginning. I was like, yeah, Tim, you like her, like put yourself out there, you know, see what happens. Like I was all for Tim. I was all for Tim and Joey until she was raped, and Tim literally sat there and did nothing and said nothing. And I'm like, wow. We all thought that Tim was this nice guy, we could trust him, and then little did we know, he wasn't. And it's crazy how that trickled down to him being haunted by it later on, and him starting to do drugs like towards the end. Also, let's get to that point. So the fact that nobody believed Joey is a prime example of this happening every day to women, and women not wanting to come forth with this kind of information, and it just kind of gets brushed under the rug. And it was just crazy how they were able to come to school like not too long after. They were prancing around as if they didn't do anything. Meanwhile, Joey had to stay home and deal with the pain, the trauma, and the invisible scars and wounds of the incidents, and how many women and young girls have to go through this. And it was just like, what the that really showed not only male privilege, but male white privilege. Because if he was not white, we all know this would have ended very differently. It's so crazy too, because you thought that they were supportive. I mean, they supported her in the free the nipple movement, but then they turned around and tried to act like, you know, you wanted this, you know, you were like on top of us, you were taking pictures. It doesn't matter if she was like into it in the beginning or not. If someone says no or says stop or doesn't go with it, or you guys are all intoxicated and they're not on board, that is a clear indication of no. All they did was gaslight her. All they did was gaslight her through the entire freaking season. And they were assholes. They were dicks. And then it was just devastating to watch her go through that. And then to have Tim, who we all thought was a nice guy, just not be riding in the end. These three guys were able to walk around, say things to Sid that were like insensitive and racial and stereotypical, and they were just able to walk around as if they did nothing. They did absolutely nothing. I mean, for me, it was just the audacity. The audacity that they had to think that they were the shiz, just walking around. Like, it was just, I was disgusted. And I was just like, not only that, the way that they got arrested too, like it was just casual. Meanwhile, Jason, let's talk about Jason's character. Jason and his friend were punished for something that was so silly. They got punished for taking a purse or throwing around, I think they took her wallet or something. They took her wallet, they threw it, like, they got punished for something that was just like, yeah, they shouldn't have done it, and it was like very immature and insensitive, but actually tried to like pay Dominique back. Like, they went out of their way, which they did not have to do. They went out of their way to help, and they went out of their way to raise money. They actually cared. They gave the money back to her. Yeah, they shouldn't have did it in the first place, but you got to give them some type of something. You have to give them something for at least going out of their way to try, and at least going out of their way to actually care, because they didn't have to do that. They could have just apologized and went on with their lives. And the fact that they were punished for that says a lot. Says a lot. They got punished for that little stupid thing. It was stupid that they got punished for that. And meanwhile, these guys who actually committed a crime, sexually raped a woman, we just got to walk off scot-free. And I'm just like, make it make sense. Make it make sense, because there's only one word for this. Next we have Layla. Layla, I really honestly just felt so sorry for this poor girl. She was kind of pathetic because she was chasing around this guy who was not interested in her. She did not know her roots because she was adopted. So like she was juggling with trying to find herself and trying to be accepted, but the fact that she didn't really know her roots was like, that's how she couldn't, the fact that she didn't know her roots was why she wanted to be accepted so bad, because she really didn't know who she was. She was picked on by people who looked like her because she wasn't quote-unquote real Chinese and couldn't speak the language. And I just felt so bad for this poor girl, wanting acceptance and just like from everyone. And then she thought that she could fix everything by just going around mark checking things and saying things like it was gonna heal very quickly. I will say the best thing, like I said, about her was the comic book stuff. Almost pathetic. Next up we have Dominique. I love that Dominique wasn't really in all the drama like all the other characters, because she had ultimately some financial issues at home. But it was messed up that she was put in this role because she's young, because she's a teen, that she was put in this role to kind of be the breadwinner in a way and to take care of kids who really wasn't her. She was doing a lot of things that she should have not been doing at her age, and should have had more freedom to just be a teen. But I did love, like I said, that she wasn't really in any drama. I do think she was very hard on, I believe his name is Jason. She was hard on Jason, which I get. And she was also hard on the guy that she was dating, which again, I get. But I was like, cut them a little bit of slack. Cut them a little bit of slack. Like, they're trying. They're trying. And, you know, they were good guys. Again, her boyfriend, he definitely cared about her. They were a cute couple. You could tell he was very patient with her, and they were just adorable. Next we have Sid. One thing I want to say, like, that's a rarity when it's shown on, like, especially coming of age shows and just shows in general. And I'm sure many kids who are like him can relate to it, which is a beautiful thing. There's not really much to say about Sid, especially anything bad. Sid is a great character. We love Sid. Give us more. But I also did love how he checked the two rapists with their stereotypes. I was like, yes, Sid. Lastly, Luke and George were assholes from the jump. Let's be honest. They were dicks from the beginning, the very beginning. Tim was a disappointment and a letdown. And I thought it was interesting how Tim's sister was immediately on Tim's side, even though her and Joey was supposed to be best friends. I get it, that's your brother, but she didn't even question it. Like, we're best friends, you're not even gonna, like, she didn't even question it, not one time, speculate anything. She just kind of was just on that one side, and it's like, she could have at least dug a little deeper and asked some questions. At least. She just went straight to like, Joey, you're a liar. I don't care. And I was like, damn. Weren't y'all friends for like how long? Damn. Lastly, there is the character Jason. And Jason is so adorable. He's super talented. He's just like, he's a good kid overall. Even though he had to go through his mishaps, even though there was a lot going on with him, he is a good kid overall, and I really like this character. And at the end, I was like, hey, revolutionary, okay. Even though I kind of wish he would have played maybe and then did that, but same time, I love that he stood up for what he believed in and what he felt like was right. Definitely would recommend this show. It's very coming of age, and you can check it out. To give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and also comment below and let me know your thoughts about the show in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.